So I had him as super chat because there's a delay in the time you click donate and then when it actually shows up on my screen. So I missed it at the tail end. But it's a good question and one that'll probably answer a lot of people's questions. And he says, I got to learn to dance for a wedding. Where do I find out? All right. So let's talk about how the quickest way to find out dancing, wedding or not. All right. You need time. Don't be like, oh, by the way, I used to teach ballroom dance. I know I don't look it. I know I don't, but I don't teach dance class anymore. But at once I was a handsome, charismatic dancing fiend. The ladies love me, and now look what's happened to me. Oh my god, tragic story. All right, so don't come up to the people. I got a wedding next week, and it's mine. Can you teach us the tango? No, no, they cannot. Not well. And so the more time you got, the better this is going to be. Right. So if you have enough time, all your options are now on the table. And I'd say the best way to learn is just to go, if you got time, go to your local community education class, the education course. Most states have this through the school district or your community center and pick up the local ballroom dance thing. There are different types of dances. Go on the internet with you and your partner. Say, which one do you want to learn? And then your girlfriend, because it's going to be the girlfriend or the girl, or the fiance or the wife or whoever it is of the female persuasion, she is going to say, I like that one. I like that one. Which one would you like to learn first? Because you cannot learn them all. Now, some of the classes offer to be like a sampler. I used to do that. Like, here's some tango. Here's some waltz. If you really want to fall asleep, here's a two-step or something. I don't know. Whatever. I show them a little bit of everything. And then you will go and you find a dance you want to do, and that's the one you want to do. All right. So you figure out what dance you want to do, watching on the YouTubes. Find a course that is offered through your local community center, community education program. If you get obscure like tango, not a lot of common tango. If you're in a larger city, you might find a tango club. Larger cities would have courses on that specific unique bolero, for example, something unique, something obtuse and cool. Yeah. But if you're in a not populated area, not terribly cultured, you're going to be stuck with swing country, same thing, East Coast swing, salsa, maybe, and then some kind of handful of ballroom for old people. But assuming go online, find a course, and just take the course through the local salsa club, the local tango club. Do not go to your dance studios like Arthur Murray or Fred Astaire or anything you see in a strip mall. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just if you got time, this is the best way to do it. All right? You take your class, you figure out the basic step, you figure out a move or two, then you go and practice. And here's where it is. Like, do you want to do it or not? Or do you just want to take a course? That's why I learned most people don't want to learn the dance. They just want to get out of the house and take the course. If you have a wedding coming up, you need to go and practice or a performance or something like that. So you should be able to find, depending on the size of your town again, an actual place that has salsa night or swing night or country night. And you go there and you practice for 3 hours. Practice, practice, practice. Then go and watch YouTube videos on how to do certain turns. Add turns to your repertoire. So you start with the basic footwork, just the basic steps you do to keep the beat. And then you build turns and add turns on top of it. If it's a wedding, I'd recommend 3 turns. It's about it. Should be able to handle that. Why 3 turns? Because your audience is going to be so shocked you're on beat. And, oh my God, they're dancing. No one's going to get that one. Take me away from this place. It's a great movie. They'll be amazed that you're on beat and you do 2 or 3 moves. Oh my God, how long have you been dancing? 20, 30 years? And then you lie and you say, yes, I have. Since I was 12. And that should do it. You should be okay. Now, if you're like, we got a couple months to learn and we both have full-time jobs, not to mention a wedding to plan, now is where you hire Fred Astaire, Arthur Murray, or an individual dance instructor. Say, we got 2 months. We want to learn this dance. They would say, okay, you're going to come here 3 times a week. You're going to pay a lot of money and you better practice because it's your wedding. And we're going to drill and drill and drill. And it's going to be one of two things. Usually it's going to be one out of two things, but they can teach you to actually how to dance, like lead and follow, where you don't have a repertoire or a scheduled set of moves, or they will teach you a choreography, a routine. You're going to do this move first, then you're going to do this move for a performance, which I would argue is not real dancing. Real dancing is you guys have no plan, just go out there and throw different moves at the girl, and the girl can follow it. That's it. But in order to impress her, they may even have you choose a particular song, so you have a certain amount of time. So you do a routine that fits that amount of time. That's kind of an easier way because then you know exactly what you're going to do. And then you do your dance, and everyone's very proud and amazing. And then you get divorced 5 to 10 years later. And then you say, why did we learn to dance? Truth, sir. Yes. But okay, let me have all right, here's your $50,000 wedding. Good. You learn to move on the floor and and so that's your best way to learn if you want to prepare for wedding. Now, if you're the groom or you're not the groom, if you're just a guy and you want to learn to dance to get the girls, yeah, man, what I would do, and this is what I did because I didn't have the money, I'd say start with swing dancing, East Coast swing, because you can handle jazz, swing, blues, country. That beat is very common. And at a wedding, there's gonna be a song that plays to that. And you'll be able to go grab some old lady and dance and show all the young ladies that, yeah, you know what you're doing, and then, hey, come back to my place, which is the whole point of dancing. No, it's so like beautiful. No, it ain't. It ain't. I would go to a club, salsa or swing. They usually have like a 15-minute lesson, just a basic thing. If they still do this, you're gonna have to be in a pretty big town. And then you just practice that basic step. And you ask people around, like, hey, could you show me that move? You know, you ask girls to dance, you get used. That's how I did it, was self-taught. And we didn't even have the internet back then. But nowadays you go on YouTube and find like the basic move, some basic lead and follow. Ideally find yourself a dance partner, a female that can join you, and just hammer it and hammer it and hammer it. And if you go 3 nights a week, whether that's just in your basement practicing, watching a YouTube video with a girl, or going to an actual dance club where you practice with different people and you have a good time, you learn a move or two once a week. By the time 2 months are up, you're going to be pretty good. You'll have the beat down, you have the lead down, pre-lead down, you have some moves down. And then you'll look good on pretty much any dance floor. But that's how you do it. The Blue Wrench, his birthday is Monday. Cap always sends the best gifts. Last year was a shower curtain. Did I send you a gift? I did. All right, that's it. So there you go. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.